guys, and welcome back to Tales of Zestiria Blind with your host Dameol SC. Last time we went into the ruins, we got the sacred bow, and Mikleo became a sublord, finally. I still find the disagreement that happened a little bit not believable, and a little bit... It felt like they were forcing a conflict in order to make things happen. But oh well. Let's do this.
His fever has gone down. I'm surprised it only took him 1 day to recover.
Yeah, but you're a girl and you're
When
weird.
he forged the pact with me.
He's definitely got natural ability as a shepherd.
Mikleo.
Oh, thanks for helping
The
with the
letters?
letters, by the way. I caught up with everyone I needed to.
It's okay.
Okay,
I
not
enjoy
like-
writing letters. Are you
No, he's
alright?
not.
I must have fainted again. Sorry.
You gave me quite a backache.
You looked like you were floating. I told the innkeeper you were just doing some
I
sort
hadn't
of
thought about
magic
that.
trick.
Well, I never was any good at lying anyways.
Don't overexert yourself. You still need to rest.
No time to rest.
I'll be fine.
World is safe.
We gotta find the Lord of the Land, and someone to pray at the sanctuary before the ice melts.
But
The shepherd has spoken. Is it not the duty of the Prime Lord, Sublord, and Squire to follow him?
Well, not if he says stupid stuff. But this isn't necessarily... Although I do have to say, is the ice really in danger of melting? Because Mikleo can just refreeze it anytime he wants to.
I finished all the
Oh, thank you.
preparation.
Nothing there.
Travel can be strenuous at times, but overall, I'm enjoying it.
Oh, right. You spent all those years living in the Sacred Blade.
That's
This must be
surprising.
your first time out and about in a long while.
Indeed. And is this your first long journey?
Yeah, for both me and Saray. It's a relief to have companions on the road. I'm looking forward to working with you as the Sublord.
My pleasure. Dependable comrades are to be cherished.
I'm glad that you two joined
Oh
up with
wow,
us,
that's a bit of a slap.
especially Alicia. Saray's always been a lone human among Seraphim. It's a blessing to have her around.
He seems like he was brought up with a lot of love, regardless of his surroundings.
I won't deny that. But I also have no doubt that there are things only humans can understand, that only humans can see. And he missed out on all of that.
Mikleo.
Please don't tell Saray I said anything.
Of course. It will remain a secret between the Prime and Sublord.
Is that a thing? It is. It's really nice just to get these glimpses into how much Mikleo actually cares for Saray, even though he's not really comfortable telling him about it.
That grilled sweet fish was so delicious. But all they did was just grill it with some salt. Does that even count as cooking?
True enough. All they did was grill it. But that exquisite salt seasoning and tender fish, it brought all the flavor out to the forefront.
The quality of the dish is entirely based on whether or not the flavor was brought out of the ingredients. Therefore, this grilled sweet fish is indeed well prepared.
You're right. I wasn't thinking about it while eating, but this dish has much more depth to it than I thought.
Yes, and the sweet fish is a specialty of the Lady Lake region, known for
Wow,
its
are you a
abundance
tour
of
guide?
pure water. That proves that our ancestors and the Seraphim protected this place. I want to protect this beautiful nature for our future generations.
I wonder why I never got this skip before, because I've eaten grilled sweet fish a lot. Did I just have to have everyone in the party first? Just keep eating it until I don't have any more skits.
Do you really think turtles aren't seraphim?
I'm not sure. As they say, turtles are turtles, though.
They're not turtle hellions either.
If Hellions were like turtles, we'd have it easy.
Then they must be seraphim.
You can't deny the possibility that they might be human. I mean, they are turtle people.
And humans can
after
see
all.
them.
So if they're seraphim, then shouldn't they be called turtlefim?
Well, I don't know about that.
But when you think about it, it's not like humans and seraphim
Yeah,
are
there's-
all there is in the world.
So then, turtles are turtles. They are what they are.
I'm still not sure. But it'd be neat if that's
I just think they're
true.
another type of human,
Definitely.
because humans can definitely
What
see
a
them.
rewarding journey this is.
And humans can't see Hellions or Seraphim, so it makes sense that they wouldn't be the same as either of them. Good lord.
Melphis Amechia. That's my true name. It's surprising how you know the ancient tongue so well. Even in the larger cities, researchers are about the only ones who know how to speak it.
I learned it so I can read the inscriptions I find in the ruins. I'm self-taught though,
Wait,
so
no one...
I don't know how good I am.
Could you tell me what my true name means? That is, if there isn't a problem.
A problem?
Well, if my name means something like Alicia the Tomboy or Reckless Princess, then I think I'd just rather not know.
No,
Anymore?
It doesn't mean any of that. Melphis Amechia means Alicia the Smiling.
Alicia the Smiling?
When I return the royal knife to you, you look so happy.
I'm really glad I didn't give...
I hope I can
Does
see
her
you
name
smile
change
like that
if I like
And I'm
sold
sure
the
you
knife?
will, once you make your dreams a reality. Was there a problem with that?
Oh, no. I'm just surprised. No one's ever said that to me with a straight face before.
I guess Saray's definitely.
Saray will say whatever
the
pops into his
things that
mind.
way.
Looks like it.
Did I say something weird?
Thank you, Saray. I'll be sure to cherish the true name
I
you've
wish...
given me.
What is Miklio's true name? Because when it was in the scene, he just said he already knows it. You know? And that doesn't actually tell me anything. Other than they know each other really well. I'm gonna eat you out of freaking... sweet fish. Oh, I got an achievement for that. I got an achievement for just hitting the end until they ran out of scenes. Alright. Hey, man. Okay, so let's run to the other save point real quick. Make sure there's not a scene that triggers there, because there wasn't a scene at this one. Although, granted, we have gotten metric tons of skits, so it will not surprise me if we run out. But still, people will yell at me if I don't do a thorough check. Although I do have to say, a lot of those, some of those scenes, like, you know, the grilled one, the grilled, salted grilled fish, were not integral, but other ones, like Alicia the Smiling, I'm really glad to know about, and they really seem to help the story. So, it is certainly, I understand why people are so into, like, no, you have to look for skits. Yeah, there we go.
Hey, isn't the Sacred Blade Festival also a religious celebration dedicated to the Lady of the Lake? Were you worshipped, Lila?
The Lady of the Lake is a traditional myth of the people of Lady Lake, hence the name.
Yes. Who cleanses our sins
We
with the sacred blade?
do.
Who walks with the mist over the lake? Who vanquishes evil with flames of black? Who sings in the moonlight and
That's
comforts
quite a
the lost
myth
souls
you've got
in the
going
dead
on.
of night? The Lady of the Lake, goes the story.
Whoa, Lila. You can walk on water?
Hardly. I weigh at least more than that.
That thing Alicia recited sounded like it might be several myths combined into one.
I would imagine so. The legend was already present when I
Where'd you
first
come
arrived
from?
in the
Oh yeah,
city.
you came from...
So wait. Does that mean the Lady of the Lake was a different seraph?
Yes, but she was absent, so I accepted.
Oh, that's
the
gonna be
sacred
relevant
blade as
later.
My vessel.
So as to wait for the shepherd, right?
As you saw at the ruins in the waterway, Lady Lake has a long history of involvement with the shepherd.
Weren't you lonely all by yourself this whole time?
Not especially. When I got that way, I would distract myself by singing or listening to people's problems.
That's just like the legend.
Huh. I would bet that humans with high resonance were able to sense that.
And blended those tales with the earlier myths to form
Interesting.
the current legend. We're seeing history get passed down before our very eyes.
But I've got to say, it's interesting that she never really went out and did anything. I mean, I would think if I was invisible to people, man, I get up to all kinds of stuff. Hey, man. Hello, Father. Let me apologize for my son causing mischief. I gave him a right good scolding, and be sure of that. Did he cause mischief? Was he one of the rioters? Let's start a riot. Ah, the sparrow feathers. Okay, so we have hit up the major areas. Let's go ahead and advance the plot. I mean, not that I mind, you know, 10 minutes spent on that. That was worth doing.
O great seraphim, whose blessings yet dwell in this land, turn thine ears to our prayers.
Thank you so much, Father Brunor. Thanks to you, my son's
Good
legs
job,
have
Father.
healed considerably.
No need to thank me. It is your diligent prayer that has made the difference. Be steadfast and pure in mind and spirit. As you
Oh, it's so
continue
creepy
to
watching the
pray
little
for
motes
the
of
health
evil.
Of your son.
A contribution to the sanctuary.
I told you before, madam. I'm afraid I can't possibly...
Please accept it. There's something I've realized. Merely praying for help is an offense to the Seraphim. It is a selfish act for personal gain.
Who told you such a thing?
Well, no one in particular.
You'll need money to pay for your son's treatment, won't you? Use this towards that end instead, for the sake of your son.
My son feels the same
Wow.
as I do. Everyone says the same thing. His wounds were
Who is saying
punishment for
this?
his selfish prayers. And there are even those who spread vicious rumors about
The Seraphim are not happy about this at all.
Please, I beg of you, accept this so that we might be saved.
Very well. I shall humbly accept your gift as a token of you and your son's gratitude.
Oh, that's really an
thank you
awkward
so
position to be
much.
put in.
Now, perhaps these rumors will finally come to an end. May you receive the blessing of the Seraphim, Father.
Right, the blessing. Guess I'll buy a drink.
Interesting.
Princess,
I'm here to ask a favor.
of me? What could I...
We would like to ask you to enshrine and look after a new seraph in our town's sanctuary. This is a request from the shepherd.
The shepherd?
How is no,
You mean
everyone?
this boy is the... forgive me.
You are not to be blamed. It is the fault of the royal family that so many...
How are so many
have
people
strayed
not aware
from
he's the
noble
shepherd
path.
when he wears that?
Excuse me, if I may. It's nice to meet you. My name's Sereph.
Huh?
I'd like you to be the one to worship at the sanctuary for the protection of Lady Lake. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused by pulling the sacred blade so carelessly. I know I'm still a fledgling shepherd who hasn't gotten used to things yet, but I promise I will do my best.
Yes, of course. It's quite all right. Please, do not prostrate yourself so.
Thank you.
That's a good scene. I'm glad to see Saray so humble in front of...
This request comes from me as well. Please, help me so that I in turn may help this inexperienced but pure of heart shepherd.
Of course. I am honored that I may possibly be of service to ones such as yourselves. Though I am frail of body, I shall perform the task at hand with the entirety of my spirit.
I'm glad. Yeah. Oh, man. Let's asleep.
You were kneeling for like 2 seconds. Dude. You would never make it in feudal Japan.
Well then, Father Brunor, when you're ready, I will come visit you again.
As you wish. Do be careful.
Well, that's one way to ask a favor, I guess.
It was very serene.
Yes, I think this helped the priest as well.
Okay, slight aside. That was an absolutely awesome scene. Just because the way it opened up showed a good man very much unsure of what he could do. By refusing to take the money, he would contribute to evil.
Here they are.
However, by accepting the money, he was compromising his own principles, and I liked seeing that. It really humanized him. It showed that there was not just pure good and pure evil. It was just a man trying to deal with a situation that he didn't want to be in. That was great. The second thing, Saray is just such a, it really shows Saray as a person in a world, not as a, the main character that, well, a lot of Tales games do have the unfortunate consequence of the characters only really interact with each other and the villains, and a couple of, key NPCs. But it just really showed, it showed Saray's humbleness, and it's really, really refreshing, because I can't remember of any of the other characters that really just, out of nowhere, and, almost without any sense of pride, would do something like that. So it really does set him apart from most of the Tales protagonists. I really like that scene. Okay, so hit the save points. Did you do that after every major scene? Nope. Nope. Okay, so now that we've done that, do we go to the sanctuary? We were just in the sanctuary. That can't be right. Like the one in Galahad Ruins, you mean? Indeed, I almost wish I could return to my ignorance of these foul beasts everywhere. Which reminds me, repairs are supposed to start on the bridge south of Lake Haven, near Falkwind Hillside. There'll be a large group of workers gathering over there, and I fear they might make tantalizing victims for Hellions. Father Brindle will still be wavering his resolve if it weren't for you, Saray. Now let us seek a seraph who would become the lord of the land. Okay, well, it sounds like we want to check on the construction workers. Because there's no star to tell me where to go. And I think that's where I went before. With the wolves that just completely destroyed me. Although granted, it was a bad combination where the wolves were both there and also it was a tutorial, so I had to do very specific things to get past them. If I had just been able to fight them normally, I think it would have been fine. But let's go see what they have to say. Let's make sure this dumb thing isn't going to try and give me a tutorial.
Ready, everyone?
Radiant Peak!
Sweet!
You can eat as much as you want whenever you're not feeling well.
Am I not feeling well? Sometimes in the future, you will likely encounter enemies that seem far too tough to defeat. You need to level up to battle against such enemies, but it's equally useful to review your knowledge you've gained up until now. Interesting. So there are just going to be random, really tough things on the map. I will keep that in mind. Actually, I'm pretty sure I saw one. I don't think I kept this in the recording, but there was a really, really pretty purple thing. Oh, yep, there's the star. What the hell is that?
Be on your guard! Demon Bang!
8 legs? What kind of creature is this?
Be careful of those legs. They get longer.
Alright.
This is nothing.
Okay, let me go ahead and switch to Alicia. If I can remember how. That's how I do it. It does creep me out when it says 2 players. I feel like that character's not going to do anything.
I'm ready.
Eagles attack while retreating.
So it's best to aim right after it attacks.
I must try harder.
Not yet!
Ready? Radiant Flight!
Okay, she does have. She's interesting. I like all the characters so far. Alicia wields a spear taller than she is. A combination of focused stabbing attacks and wide sweeping attacks, she can perform well in many situations. She's been vulnerable to counterattacks if her own attacks are finished, but creating distance and quick stepping or using attack. Okay. I like her, for what little I've used her. I also do like when you go into a new enemy, the people will talk about the new enemy. Hello. What are you guys up to? Standing in the rain and smiling. It's going to be an even bigger job than we thought. Sandbanks in the middle are supporting columns were planning to be washed away entirely. So there's the ruined bridge. Hello. What can you tell me?
What happened?
We're investigating the collapse of Grifflet Bridge. The cause may be flooding from the rains.
It wasn't caused by rain.
The current is odd considering the water level.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You should evacuate.
Finally, someone who's talking some sense.
Who are you?
All right. Do as Saray suggests.
Saray? You can't possibly mean the shepherd.
If he is, maybe he can stop the floods.
You really think there's anything that can stop the water
Yep.
spirit's rampage?
I'm pretty sure I can.
Water spirit?
It's terrible. Destroyed the bridge in an instant. It's some sort of...
Hey, the water spirit's not a monster. You take that back.
Silence! Enough with your nonsense!
See, it does not like being called nonsensical.
What?
The water spirit! Run!
That's an order. Hurry!
They didn't have to be told twice.
Does this thing really look like a person to them?
And Ouroboros, why sit in a place like this? To ordinary people, it probably looks like a huge water spout.
It looks pretty strong.
Careful of his rising coil attacks. It spins and plunges into you.
It's not taking damage, like at all. Okay, now it's taking damage. Good. I was afraid Soray would do that, because that will not help us. I should have thought about the fact we were coming to the water area. What is Lady in Pink? Whoa, Lila, what happened to you? Okay, I should go to healing now. Man, Soray, why are you always near death? I am not fully understanding why sometimes it takes damage and sometimes it doesn't. And granted, I made this a lot harder on myself by having sereph junction 2. What is healing it? Not what I wanted you to do, actually. I wanted you to heal yourself. What is healing it? I can't re-junction from here, can I? Okay, I took him over. Can you...
Open the floodgates! Fire arrow! Unleash your hidden power! Ocean Blade! Azure Sword! Earthquake Zero! Ocean Blade! Open the floodgates! Double arrow! Burst! Ocean Blade! This isn't over! I can't lose! I won't lose! Ready? This isn't over!
Holy crap. Okay, guys, seriously. Can one of you guys please let me know why the heck it didn't take damage? There's obviously something I have to do, or some trick to actually hurting these things. I did manage to beat him, and I'm glad I managed to beat him, and I'm sure I was a lot weaker and having a harder time with that than I should have, because I was junctioned to water, but still. Thanks. You can change what sereph to fight with and armatize with by using blah when controlling seraphim. Well, that would have been really helpful to know. Thanks, game. Was it just that?
What? The Hellion turned
So
into
seraphs
a
can be
seraph?
corrupted as well.
It's the other way around. Hellions that are strong enough to manifest themselves are those that were once seraphim.
Wow.
A seraph can become
That's
a
not surprising
Hellion?
because humans can't see either.
And seraphim that have completely turned into Hellions are known as dragons.
Dragons? Those really exist? So...
Well, the legends are all
the
true, it
legends were
seems like.
true.
So the wrecking of the bridge was all my fault. I'm so ashamed. If you hadn't been here to purify me, I don't know what would have happened. Thank you.
I'm really glad that we were able to save you.
I am Uno, young shepherd.
Sereph. Uno, in exchange for saving you, we would like to ask you a favor.
He's so polite.
Will
Holy
you be
crap.
willing to listen?
Hmm?
I would ask you to bless Lady Lake.
But as things currently stand in that town...
Lady Alicia, are you all right?
I'm fine. The water spout has disappeared.
See, I told you she'd be fine. Nothing.
Other way around, actually.
When she's got the shepherd at her side.
Weren't you the one shaking in his boots earlier?
Still, the rain has suddenly stopped, and the currents have calmed significantly.
This, too, must be the power of the shepherd.
I always thought it was just a fairy tale. To think I'd see the friggin' shepherd with my own eyes.
Hey!
He said
what's your
friggin'.
language in front of the shepherd.
It looked to me like the shepherd just cut right through the water spout. I doubt anyone will believe me, though.
Who cares? I'd rather believe in the miracles of the shepherd.
Weren't you just saying to watch your language?
And kiss my hairy butt.
Hey,
Thank
what happened
you.
to watching your language?
So there are still people here who believe. Well, you did help me get
Yeah,
back to my
a
old
little
self.
gratitude, a little bit.
Then can you help?
I shall become the lord of the land for the domain of Lady Lake.
Thank you, Uno.
And you must be the Prime Lord? You've picked a fine shepherd.
I agree.
Let's go.
All right.
Father is waiting for us.
There's that same guy again who's following us around. I bet that's eventually going to be another sereph. And he's just trying to get a feel. Oh, I didn't even know this was up here. Well, I'm glad I won. So we'll save here, and I will also end the episode. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I will see you all in the next one. Again, actually, here, before I go, is there anything... Oh, aerial recovery. Yeah, definitely take that. And charge cast. Wait, that's not even finished. And if you have learned a higher... So far... Interesting. Break charge? These are the ones I'm not using. Because I like doing that manually. I've still got a lot of these that I haven't used yet. I wonder if you'll ever get enough AP to do everything. Alright. But yeah, what I was really looking at here was why it was so hard to do damage to him. It seemed like only certain attacks worked, but it wasn't. The other one said, like, displayed damage, but his life wasn't going down, which is confusing. If it said 0, that would make a lot more sense. But anyway, I will see you all next episode. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm going to stop fumbling and wondering. See you guys.